Ian from the Metal Gods Meltdown, and today I am joined by.
Lenny Bruce from Dust Bolt.
It's an honour to be chatting to you at last. I think we've done a few email interviews over the years. First time I've done like a Zoom interview with you guys. Sound and Fury has been out a very short time. How pleased are you with the feedback so far then from media and fans?
Oh, it's been a roller coaster and it's been interesting times. But for me, it was the gap between the last record and Sound and Fury was so long with the pandemic happening in between and stuff. I'm just so stoked that it's out there now. That it's
Yeah,
released and it's finally Dust Bolt is back. And of course, the sound is a little bit different than on previous albums, and
yeah,
some people really love this, and that's really cool. And we just had a release tour that went great. People loved it. People were moshing and dancing, and just great vibe in the rooms. And yeah, and of course, there's some people who prefer the heavier stuff from the days before, but um, it's not the job of a rock and roll band to please everybody.
of
Let's say
course
it
it's
like
not.
this.
Absolutely not, man. And I mean, the album does it crosses different genres of metal and delivers something a little bit different. So, would you say then that this is the ultimate, penultimate Dust Bolt album?
I can tell because we are always curious by ourselves in 10 years, how do we look back on the work that we did? And if you write music, it's always like a thing that happens in the moment where you are. And this album, it was written in the pandemic days, and it was we had a little breakup through the pandemic. We've been on the road since we were kids together all the time. Pandemic hits, we make a break for a year, unsure what's going to happen. No label, nothing, no money, no agency.
Mm,
And then we were like, let's just write music that comes from our hearts right now, and maybe that's a good way to start again. And so we kind of did that. And Sound and Fury is what came out of it. It's a really interesting album, I think, and really unexpected, of course, for Dust Bowl listeners. But we wanted the unexpected, because it was such a different time for us.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, the pandemic, I read that like, it had a major effect on your band, didn't it? And I mean, bands like yourself, Vision of Atlantis, I mean, they were like near enough splitting fully, and now they're like back and they're rolling. So it's good to see yourselves and bands like that still carrying on. I mean, because it was dire times, wasn't it? It really was.
Yeah, absolutely. It was like a test. I felt it was like a test, because everything that made my life worth living was kind of went away really quick. Like the
Yeah,
people I love to meet, I love to go to shows and see bands playing, live music. When people meet in a room together and make something together, whatever it is, it's always beautiful. And that was kind of gone. And that still for me was I started to go into the studio and started to learn how to record, learn how to produce. And there was a good coincidence with Dust Bolt having no money and no label and no budget. I was like, okay, I guess I'm doing the album. This is gonna be my first album. I'll be the main producer and main guy recording it. And so it was a cool task for that time.
cool. So I know all the tracks will be your babies on the album, but which would be your favorite track today and why?
Wow. That changes by time sometimes. I once the album is done, I don't listen to it anymore for a long, long, long time because it's done. The work is done. But I love the song "You Make Me Feel Nothing" because
Hmm.
it's really different, but it's still so heavy and brutal, and it's just something special. But also "Sound and Fury." It's a cool, interesting song. Something
Yeah,
we've never did before. None of us. It was a completely um, creative adventure to some new spots, and it was really interesting, really cool.
excellent. So then, can you give us some plans for and festival wise for the year? I mean, you like you said, you've already done sort of mini tour already, haven't you, with this album?
Yeah, we just did Germany. We did a German tour, and we have Austria coming up. Actually, that's a sad thing. Actually, we were supposed to go to the UK next week and play 8 shows with Suicidal Angels,
Yeah.
but they just canceled the tour today. I just found out about it today. Like, I woke up this morning, it was like UK's canceled, and we were looking so much forward to come back.
Yeah.
It's last time in the UK was 2019, so
Wow.
it's
Yeah.
5 years. So this won't happen in April, but we try everything to reschedule it with the guys
I really
and
hope so. Yeah, because I was
make
really
it
looking
make
forward to it.
make it
I don't get
happen.
to so many gigs these days, to be honest with you. I love
Yeah,
festivals, and I was really looking forward to it. So yeah, hopefully you will do. Definitely,
absolutely,
that'll be brilliant.
absolutely.
All right,
Um, yeah, we do some festivals. We do some festivals in Germany. We do some in France. Romania, all over the place in Europe, and we're getting started again to go out there on the road and just play our asses off.
excellent. So festival wise, are you playing any festivals in Belgium, like Alcatraz, anything like that at the moment? Has that been booked?
No, but we play in Belgium the
I
day
love
after
Belgium.
day after tomorrow.
Yeah,
But it's like the most difficult town I've ever. It's really hard to. I can't
where you
pronounce it.
playing? Go,
It's
give it a go. Who?
on it's impossible. It's on something
Oh,
festival.
where's it by?
I
Oh,
gotta I gotta I gotta look it up, to be
I think
honest.
I know. I think I know what the one you mean. Yeah,
Give me a second and I'll find it out. Um,
because before the pandemic and that, I was like over Belgium 2 or 3 times a year, man. I want to see the loads of
it's
festivals.
an oilst.
All right, yeah, Oil East. Okay,
Well, yeah. Okay, how do you say it?
no idea. Oils?
Okay.
No idea.
Yeah, we played that in Belgium, and we have a tour coming up in November, December, which I cannot talk about,
Right,
not already. But we gonna be in Belgium and in France a lot.
brilliant.
Um, Hopefully
Okay,
make it to the UK too with this one.
right,
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
brilliant. Sounds great. Yeah, some of the names I can't pronounce, but I sort of know what you mean, I think. All right, and so when you're on the road, how do you guys stay energized and healthy? I mean, it can be a bit hazardous, can't it, with just eating fast food all the time?
Yeah, it's not possible, man. It's not possible. I mean, it's being on the road as a small band who tours in a van
Mm,
means you have no crew.
yeah,
Maybe you have a sound engineer or a driver if you're lucky, but you gotta work physically a lot every day. Um, sleep and only catch a few hours of sleep because you gotta drive so long. Sleeping somewhere in weird places. So yeah, it's a mental thing.
yeah,
The feedback of the people, of the fans and the shows and the fun of making music gives you so much energy that you just gotta stay focused and not
mm,
get too fucked up and just stay focused on the music. But you're right, yeah, no fast food. We don't do it on tour. We really try,
yeah, yeah.
because
Can't be easy.
yeah, you always think like, oh, come on, it's just a burger and stuff. But once
Yeah,
you start it, it's over. So
it
we
is.
try to stay healthy. We try to sleep as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Have some vegetables, have some fruits, and do our best to make the performance be as good as possible every night. You know.
Real. Um, so who then has the most annoying habit when you're on the road, or don't you want to say?
Oh, I gotta say, I mean, it's my oldest and best friend, but it's Nico, our drummer. It's he can sometimes start talking and about, and he doesn't stop, and it doesn't make that much sense that he's just like speaking out his thoughts. He's looking to the countryside, imagining how this place was like 500 years ago, and speaks out loud, but he somehow expects you to listen.
Right.
And this can go for hours. And this is like really, until the moment where you're like, dude, what the fuck? Um, it's not too bad,
Right.
but still it can be annoying. Yeah, but that's a funny thing that plops up in my head.
Sorry about this. This cat of mine, right? She has to be in here when I'm doing interviews. Otherwise, I don't like to put her outside at night. So she's
Mhm.
been a bit of a pest. She's a bit of a star. Right. So that sounds like a bit of a nightmare, man. Okay. So then can you then tell us, like, through the years? I mean, since 2006 you started, yeah? Officially as a band. I mean, you must have played some amazing venues now, but which sort of like sticks out in your mind the most today?
Um, oh wow, yeah. You know, hmm, hmm. For us, it's I will never forget. I will never forget. We had this one tour with European tour with Obituary,
Okay.
in and the last show of the tour was really good tour for us. It was really great, and the friendship between us and Obituary got like really close through that tour. We shared the tour bus. We had such a good time. Great people. And the last show of the tour was in London, and it was moved from the Underworld to Electric Ballroom.
All right. Yeah.
And for some reason, it was four bands on the building. For some reason, that day, somebody came to us and was like, guys, usually you play 45 minutes, but tonight you only can have 25 or
All right.
30. Because they had a tight schedule, and some
Mm,
asshole decided it was not from the venue, it was somebody from weird politics, whatever,
yeah.
decided that they cut Dust Bowl off like 50 minutes from the set. And I was angry because I was looking so much forward to this
Yeah.
show. Electric Ballroom, so much history.
Absolutely.
Like my second time ever being in London, and then we play there with Obituary, last show of the tour. And then we were like, okay, guys, we have to make the changeover during the bands. Setting up
Yeah.
usually takes 15 minutes. If
Hmm.
we if we make it in 5, we can play 2 more songs. And we were so trained after the tour that we were able to set up in 5 minutes and play 2 more songs. And we had. And that was like a really cool show in Electric Ballroom. That was like,
That was
wow,
amazing. Yeah.
wow, great to be in this venue and be able to play.
Yeah. That must have been amazing. So that was sort of like comes into my next question because that could have been like one of the most disastrous shows in many ways, couldn't it? That was my next question.
Oof. I mean, we're young, and we started so early, this band. We
Yeah.
started like the first European tour we played. We were 17.
Wow.
Um, we were in school still.
Mhm.
So back in the day, yeah, I remember the first time we played in Spain. Our first tour in Spain. We had 4 shows in Spain.
Uh-huh.
Support act for Legion of the Damned.
Right.
And I was first time in my life we were in Spain. We never made holidays in our life.
Uh-huh.
So every time we saw anything else than our homes was with the band,
Yeah.
you know. So it was the first time for us being in Spain, and we partied and we drank, we had a great time. But the last show, it was just, we were done. We went on stage and I fell, the drummer forgot his sticks. First song, and it was just like completely chaos, but still it was a cool show because people kind of like got it, and they were
Yeah.
seeing we having fun, and
Yeah.
then it was like really cool. But I remember that one. That was hard. Yeah, that was hard.
All right. So then, if there was a made up song about yourself, what would it be called? Like a totally made up song.
A made up song about myself.
Yeah.
I'd call it Sick Brain.
Cool. That's a cool answer. Can you tell us then what was the last song you listened to today?
Oh, the last song I listened to today. It was Walk On Boy by Doc Watson.
Okay. Go.
The
Right.
old bluegrass, traditional bluegrass piece. Yeah,
Okay.
great
So
song.
going back to the industry then, what would you say is the hardest thing about being in a band in 2024?
Um, for like I can only speak for me. For me, the hardest thing is to mm, we grew up playing shows and playing together as a band in a rehearsal room. So we are a real, I'd say, like a band, like a rock and roll band.
Mm,
It's loud, it's not perfect, it's dangerous, it's wild, it's
yeah,
and the thing that we can do best is to show that to people when we play live.
yeah,
That's where shit happens. When we go on stage, people, realize that, wow, they are having, this is like serious, they're serious, they have attitude, they know what they want to say. And so the thing is that's complicated for me or for us maybe sometimes is that these days you got the internet as a super, another world.
yeah,
And it might be, there's people who are great in that world, not so great in the real world. And we're guys, we want to stay in the real world. We want to do things from person to person, talk
yeah,
to people, play in front of people, play shows, go out there. And, the industry moved, of course, like taking their spots on people who are successful on Instagram,
yeah,
on like those YouTube musicians and Instagram musicians, which is fair enough. But for me, it's like nothing that catches me emotionally. Like, I don't know, when I put on a Ramones record, I'm like, here we go. I feel it,
yeah,
Or
yeah,
listen to Motorhead, it's like, yeah, I got this, and I want to be there, and I want to see it live, and I want to party and go crazy.
yeah,
So that's something, for a band that wants to do it the old school way.
yeah,
Um, it's not that easy these days because you still have to take place in the other world, in the internet world, and that's weird for an artist. That's weird for a musician.
mm,
To know that you do something and people just listen to it 15 seconds or like
yeah,
10 seconds and they swipe away, it's like,
shit,
I want to do something that's a cool moment or something like an LP, which is for
yeah,
fucking ever.
exactly. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Nobody can swipe that away.
no,
And so that's a thing that we struggle with, and I think a lot of musicians struggle with. Musicians that love to be on the road
mm,
and tour,
yeah,
and
I agree. No, it's
because
difficult.
just because you're a great musician, it doesn't mean that you're great in promoting yourself on Instagram. That's two
Yeah,
worlds.
it
Doesn't
is. It
doesn't
really is. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, totally, man. Can agree
and
more with you.
I'm just scared we're missing out on a lot of cool bands because people think they don't exist just because they don't exist on Instagram and stuff.
That's the
So
problem. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, man, club shows, small shows, that's like it's so important. It's so important.
It's it really is, man. Absolutely, I can agree more with you. Right. So the next question: can you give me 4 words to describe Sound and Fury?
Wow. Wild, angry, soft, and adventurous.
Brilliant. Love it. Okay, so nearly on to the funner bits. Funny, fun bits. More fun bits, even. What superpower would you choose for yourself for one day?
Oof. Um, Fly. I think be able to fly, that would be cool.
Including yourself, who would be in your ultimate band lineup of musicians, dead or alive?
All are alive.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay. I need I need Jack White on guitar, or yeah, probably he's playing guitar. Like a real crazy guy on that position. Then I would have wow, what drummer? What drummer right now? I just realized I listened to too much music where the people already died. um, I'm sure we find a good drummer.
Yeah.
Um, let me think. Who's doing the bass? Wow. I never thought about that question, man. I never thought about the question, but I'm sure we're gonna find good people. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I don't come up with a bass player right now.
Okay.
Same as a drummer, there's so many drummers, great drummers, but who's my favorite? Whew, I don't know. I would take somebody interesting like I just saw a video about the boy, the son of Phil Collins.
Okay.
He's
All right.
playing drums. He's a drummer,
All right.
and wow, such a crazy good drummer. It was
Really
yeah, I would take him.
cool. All right. I'll be checking that out later. Okay. What about on bass then?
Ah, and current bass player. There's a guy called Thundercat from America. A crazy, crazy bass player. I would take him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, man. That's really cool. Right. So next bit then is 5 fast questions, right? So the first one is vinyl or digital,
Vinyl.
Bratwurst or beer,
What was the first one?
Bratwurst, German sausage or beer.
Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. I take beer. Oh, yeah, I take the beer.
All right. Festival or small intimate gig,
Ah, yeah, that's always hard. Small intimate gig,
Mhm.
but I still love festivals.
Yeah. Wacken or Oktoberfest.
Wacken.
I'll be disappointed if you said Oktoberfest. And the final one is Accept or Ramstein.
Except.
All right, man. Well, again, I want to congratulate you on the album and hope to God you do get over to the UK soon or we'll catch you in Belgium or something. Are you playing Cyprus by any chance in May?
What did you say? Sorry?
Are you playing in Cyprus in May by any chance?
I would love to. I would love to. Would be cool.
Cyprus is like, oh, that'd be good. Anyway,
You
right.
do go to a festival there?
Well, I was just going for my girlfriend's Ukrainian. She just loves to go all over the place.
Wow, vacation. Oh, vacation. Okay.
Well,
Because I know that in Cyprus they have a metal
they've got a
festival
mega metal scene.
once a year. Yeah,
Yeah, they've
crazy.
got really big metal scene apparently. Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
going to discover that, I think, while she's doing whatever she wants. All right, man. I want to thank you so much for your time. Do you have any final words for your fans, our viewers, and listeners?
Rock and roll will never die. Check out our new album, Sound of Fury. Dust Bowl is back on track, and we are goddamn hungry and ready to kick ass.